Hey, your boy The Miz again is out there doing his thing in a
First win
rivalry
in
here.
2023?
Yeah,
Insane.
right. How,
Ugh.
how wild is that? We're in July right now. It's first win,
Ugh.
but it's not necessarily about that per se. It's more about how he won in the aftermath of this win. PW Chronicle at underscore PW Chronicle. WWE aligning The Miz and Bronson Reed against Tomasso Ciampa can only mean one thing. A DIY reunion is on the horizon. Let's fucking go. Puddy, a lot of people are pretty excited about a possible DIY reunion. Are you sold on DYI having success on the main roster?
I think so. Yeah, I'm in. Talking about Shark Tank, I'll buy in on this. They're probably one of the hottest tag teams in NXT. They're a huge deal. Their breakup was also a huge deal, catapulting them to huge single success in NXT. That was before I started watching regularly. Yeah, we're just talking about the lack of tag teams a couple episodes ago. Here's another solid, well-defined, historic tag team with history behind it. I mean, so yeah, I'm kind of in on this. I'm excited about this. Give both these guys something to do. Everyone loves these guys. Everyone wants them to be on the main roster, but they're not really doing much. Let's go back to the roots. Let's do what we got. Brought them to the dance. Put them in a tag team in the floundering tag team division and see how they can excel. I'm in on this. I'm excited about it.
I think it'll be great for this rivalry. I think it'll be a big moment at SummerSlam leading up to that, to have those two team up again together. And of course, they would probably get the rub. They would win over The Miz and Bronson Reed, and they'll go over huge. But I think that's where it ends. I don't necessarily see this being a long-term thing. So therefore, I'm out on this because, let's face the fact. I think Tomasso is getting a better reaction from the fans than Johnny Gargano is for whatever reason. Johnny Gargano seems to be struggling with his transition to main roster. Honestly, the fans will be more into the way reuniting in the main roster than DIY. I think DIY would get, I think it'd be short-term praise, but then anything longer than that, it will fizzle pretty fast. I think the way, if that happens again, I think that would be more long-term. And I don't necessarily see what happens from there after this rivalry. Do they go for the tag team championship? I doubt it. If anything, maybe would it lead to maybe a Johnny Gargano, Ciampa, another feud? Could be, but how long can we do that again? Like, they had a huge long feud in NXT. Can we really carry that into the main roster? I don't see that either. So I don't know, man. I'm out on this.
Agree to disagree. Again, like we always do. How about the women's division? The women are just throwing women together who aren't doing anything and forming tag teams, so they need help in that division. Mm-hmm. The men's aren't, it's getting better, but it's not as solid. They could throw two random people together, form a tag team, or they could throw a tag team that's well established in NXT, a tag team that has chemistry, a team that has gotten over, a team that has pushed merch in NXT. So yeah, I'm in. I'm excited to see where this goes. You make a good point. What happens after this rivalry? Yeah, what does happen? I think they stay the tag team and kind of take over that division. Once they unify the belts, I think we're good.
The tag team division does need help, and I think this will be a great team to do it.
It's not too randomly put back together. It's a well-established team.
Right. I just, for whatever reason, I just don't see it happening per se. Like, I think it seems like they may have other plans for Tomasso. I don't necessarily know what they're doing with Gargano, honestly, unless it's all just built up for this moment here. And then I think maybe then, if anything, then SummerSlam's a test for them as a team, as a unit. How well do they do? How big of a reaction do they get? What's the merch sales look like? And then go from there.
Everyone knows they're a tag team, but the running theme on the show is the main roster does not watch NXT. The majority of the show does not watch NXT.
Right.
So the majority of the audience on Raw does not know these guys were a tag team, never seen them tag team, never seen them wrestle together. So this might be like a coming out party for them to see how they can reestablish themselves as a tag team. They can catch a lightning in a bottle twice.
I remember seeing them wrestle as a tag team, my first NXT show I've ever seen live in Brooklyn, and I was blown away. It was probably the best tag team match I've ever seen in my life.
Wow.
They're an amazing team. They're an amazing unit, and I think if for those that have never seen them team up before, I think they're in for a treat. Personally, again, I think it's more about Gargano, unfortunately, and I like Johnny Gargano a lot. For whatever reason, I get. Do you see? Is it just me? Is he catching with the fans? I feel like for the most part, it's kind of crickets.
I think he was when it came out initially, got a huge pop, and then he started a rivalry with somebody briefly, but then I think he got hurt and he was gone for a while.
Yeah,
It's been hot and cold, starting on and off, on and off. So if it can be regularly on our TV, I think we can try to get the ball rolling again. The interest is there.
they didn't call him Johnny Wrestling for nothing. I mean, the dude can go.
Yeah.
We've seen it before. It's just, it's a damn shame to see because again, I like Johnny Gargano a lot. I want to see him succeed. I think he's got a huge ceiling, but for whatever reason, I guess maybe it is injuries. I don't know. It's just not clicking. He can't get any momentum, and hopefully this will be his chance to shine. But I think it really depends on the fans' reaction to it.
Like Kevin Owens and Sami Zayn, right? I could say the same thing. Like after this bloodline rivalry, what's next?
Mm-hmm.
Where they go from here?
It's
They
still a
won the
big pop.
championships. They're defending those titles against the Imperium and some other team on SmackDown. I think some coming up. So there's opportunities for DYI to extend and climb the ladder in the tag team division, which is kind of being reestablished, but also floundering at the same time.